think intuitive design and input is what I said VR was important. I love The Witcher. I hated the first 5 hours because I could not press the buttons. I'm a gamer. I've done World of Warcraft like 6 years, but WSD keys and keyboard keys and moving around on the computer, it's not easy. And I'm a gamer. And I've also seen women, and nothing against women, but I've seen women not touch a keyboard, but they'll be in VR for longer to shoot things that they wouldn't do in an Xbox controller. And that's all I noticed, is what I'm saying is intuitive design allows storytelling to kind of get carried a little further, because if you can't do a keyboard control scheme, they're not going to play.
Why do you think that women don't like to shoot some things? Like all of my friends that I know who are women like to shoot and kill things.
And could use keyboards just fine.
And I love shooting and killing things in video games, and I love doing it in VR, and like any way I can shoot and kill things, I love doing it. So I'm
use
just
a keyboard.
confused.
Are you confused by keyboard as a woman? As a woman, are you confused by keyboard?
I love to kill things. I don't need an emotional story. I'm ready to just kill things in a video game. I'd like a video game where I can just kill things. I really like Postal. I really like Postal as a kid.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I want to hear from you. That reaction, I want that reaction. What was that reaction?
The reaction is that I worked at Xbox between 2007 and 2012 and the 360, and we spent, the only reason I was about the only woman within 200 people sitting there was to figure out how do we get this box to women. And I could have said the same thing. I mean, I've never been a gamer, but I knew the space. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is fun. I can go to Halo, and that's all good. But it was all about trying to get something more immersive. So, of course, in any statistical variant, there's plenty of people who like to shoot things and use keyboards. It's not a criticism. I don't take it that way at all. Women will not use the keyboard as much as men. That's okay. I'm perfectly okay to admit that now.
What's the evidence for that?
Yeah.
Do you have evidence?
Percentage of Xbox 360 sales, percentage of Xbox One sales, 80% men, unless it's another fine.
What's up to the
That's a gamepad.
Oh, well, that's PC gaming. I just mean that the controller is a barrier.
Is it? I mean, there's a huge conversation.
No, but I mean, it's not meant to be competitive. I'm just simply saying sales tend to skew male. It's okay.
But to imply that women, like, that's...
Yeah, I'm not making a,
don't use
no,
keyboard.
I'm the first to say it's not a, I'm not making a sexual statement. I'm simply saying commercially men like it's okay.
The basis of your claim. I mean,
He wants to know analytics.
Oh, data, that's easy.
Yeah, give us some data.
In 2008,
No, Xbox sales do not indicate whether or not we know.
they don't. Okay, our user studies are, come on, this is not such a big, why are we here fighting a fight about this? It skews male, it's okay.
RPG I bought for our house, I bought, but I have to tell you, my ex loved it.
Yeah, no,
I want to hear from our female audience right now. That's what I want to hear.
And our female panelists.
I'm just not sitting here.
Wait, let's go back to our female panelist. Our female panelist is going to settle this debate.
The only first-person shooter game that I use WASD keyboard controls Counter-Strike Source. That's the only enjoyable first-person shooter game that I enjoy because it's such a great game. Now, as far as shooting,
Half-Life since
Yeah.
1998.
yes. So, but I mean, I think Call of Duty games are terrible. But anyways, the only things I like shooting, I don't like. I know game designers like to make the bad guys like Nazis or Russian or whatever, or something bad. So, oh, but you're the good guy, you fit to shit. But I mean, I still kind of go, oh, it's just another shooter game. I'm tired of these shooter game genres. But I do like shooting, like zombies and stuff. Like I like Resident Evil 4 and that was really cool. Yeah, I do enjoy shooting certain things. No, I don't like just mindless and stuff.
Yeah, do you think that has more to do with your personality or your vagina?
I don't.
Serious question.
Does that have to do more with your personality or your gender?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with gender. It's just. It's just it's just a misunderstanding. I don't know if you guys know. Not a lot of guys know. Girl gamers too. It's probably because the girls that are gamers are hardcore gamers, either the new girl playing games. This is also a new generation right now, or kids who grew up playing games. And so
I actually have a nice
To that new generation, and we're going to get off of vaginas. We're going to move into. I do want to say that virtual reality is not like gaming, and thank you for the women for being here tonight, because we are seeing in the Hyperator when we do these events, more and more women show up to these events, which we're really happy to see you all here. Because we're tired of the sausage fest basically of the guys, but literally women are really leading the virtual reality movement. It really is. At the top is Marie. I can't remember her last name right now, but she's working for NASA. She's doing a lot of stuff with like astronauts and virtual reality on the space station right now. So right now our astronauts are experiencing virtual reality of like temples and amazing places to travel and earthly things that they really like. And I do think that because there is empathy and emotion in virtual reality, that it really opens a lot of opportunity for women to be leaders in virtual reality, which is totally possible. And so as we move forward tonight, just a little check-in with everybody. We got one more question for the panel that they all have a chance to answer, and then you will all have a chance. We take 3 questions from the audience. So think about each a question, and then that will kind of end our evening. We do community announcements of things that are happening in the virtual reality world in community. Did we get Kelly's list of all of the events happening next month in virtual reality?
We'll be able to do it next month. This is the all anonymous.
Okay, we'll send out a newsletter that has all of the virtual reality listings of people that are sending us things.
How we're working in VR and how the new headsets are working. So try to share as much experiences and as much information as you can with as many people. You go to talks, to go to panels, go to different things like this where you can add your views to everyone's community, because if you hold everything inside, then we're not going to be able to share all the experiences, and everyone's not going to get the best experience that they can out of this. I would definitely also say try to dream big. And then hopefully the hardware will catch up with you. Right now, the hardware, it's kind of, it's new. There's not a lot to it. The motion controllers are still janky at times. Even if you go onto some of the professional units, it all starts to fly around. So just hope that everything will catch up, and then don't try to sell to yourself. Try to sell to the world. So just like with any commercial product, go out there, show it to people, have them enjoy it. If they like it, then you know you're on the right path. If you like it and nobody else does, you probably did it wrong.
So my deal would be experiment. I think there's a lot of opportunities here for anyone to kind of get into it. I personally think that the space it opened up intuitive design so that anyone can get in and really rethink of how we engage in objects in virtual reality. I think that's a very interesting space now where what we're used to interacting in our own physical reality, how would you interact with virtual reality to create very interesting experiments that we necessarily wouldn't think about because we're limited to our own physical reality, where gravity and water and all that kind of keeps us from experimenting. What if we could live underwater for life? And then the don't is kind of goes with the do's, is just don't be afraid to experiment, because I think what virtual reality does is it brings and lowers the barrier entry to inputs to our world. That means anyone can get into it, anyone can get involved and really find a new way to interact with that virtual space. And I think that's kind of what we're all excited about. Just app design, like even just seeing what the phone and the iPhone does to our everyday life and how often we use the iPhone for our everyday life. What will virtual reality look like in the future that is redefining the way we interact with our own world? And that's, to me, the exciting stuff. So I tell people, do experiment, don't be afraid, because you don't know what you will invent yourself or the people that you you may not realize you can connect to with virtual reality.